Script. The sun had barely lifted over the desert highway when Mark stepped out of the small roadside cafe. The quiet morning felt like it was holding its breath, waiting for something big to happen. Sarah leaned against the Toyota Fortuner parked beside him, sipping the last of her coffee. "You ready for this?" she asked, smiling as she tapped the hood of the SUV. "Because the Fortuner definitely is. I still can't believe we're taking this thing all the way to Red Valley," Mark replied. "Everyone says that trail isn't meant for regular vehicles. Good thing this isn't regular," Sarah said. "Hop in." Mark climbed into the passenger seat, instantly noticing the spacious cabin. "I forgot how comfortable this SUV is. These seats feel better than the ones in my living room." "That's because Toyota understands something important," Sarah said as she started the engine. "Adventures are only fun when you're not miserable." The Fortuner pulled onto the highway with a smooth surge of power. Mark glanced at the dashboard. Vibrant display, clean layout, nothing too flashy but everything feels premium. "That's why I like it," Sarah replied. "It's confident without trying too hard." The road stretched for miles. As the pavement faded into rough gravel, Mark raised an eyebrow. "You sure it can handle this?" "You'll see," Sarah said, shifting into a lower gear. This SUV was built for exactly this kind of terrain. The Fortuner rolled over the rocky path like it was gliding on sand. The suspension absorbed the bumps with surprising ease, and the cabin remained steady. Mark leaned forward, impressed. "Okay, that's actually smooth. I thought we'd be bouncing all over the place." "You're underestimating what this machine can do," Sarah said. "People choose it for a reason. Reliability, toughness, and the kind of power that doesn't brag but delivers exactly when you need it." A gust of wind swept across the valley as they reached a steep rise. The road was gone now, only a narrow dirt trail curved upward toward a ridge. "This where we turn back?" Mark asked. "Nope," Sarah said, tightening her grip on the wheel. "This is where the fun begins." The Fortuner climbed the incline with steady traction. Dust spiraled behind them as the tires dug into the earth. At the top, the view opened into a massive golden valley, untouched and wild. Mark exhaled. "Wow, totally worth the drive." "Told you," Sarah said. They parked near a rock formation and stepped out. The dry wind brushed past them, but the moment was peaceful. "So," Mark said, leaning back against the SUV. "Tell me again why you chose the Fortuner instead of any other big SUV." "Because it's dependable," Sarah answered. "I've taken it through storms, long road trips, rough trails. It never complains. And Toyota builds vehicles that last. I want something I can count on, not something that looks good but falls apart." "I get that," Mark said. "A lot of SUVs try to impress with features, but this one feels like it actually understands real-world needs." "Exactly," Sarah said. "Plus, I love how commanding it feels on the road. High seating position, powerful stance. You feel in control." Mark began walking around the vehicle, studying the design. "I like the bold grille and the muscular sides. It feels strong without trying to look aggressive." "That's the Fortuner's personality," Sarah replied. "Strong, but calm." When they got back inside, Sarah turned the key again. "We still have a few miles until the canyon. Buckle up." Mark laughed. "After that climb, I trust this thing more than I trust half the people I know." They drove deeper into the valley. Rocks shifted beneath the tires, and the trail narrowed. But the Fortuner pushed forward confidently, its engine steady, its body balanced. "You know," Mark said after a long stretch of silence, "I think I get why people love this SUV. It doesn't just take you to places, it makes you feel brave enough to go." Sarah smiled. "Now you're speaking my language." As the canyon entrance came into view, Mark looked around at the wide landscape. "Living in the city makes you forget how good freedom feels. That's why you need the right vehicle," Sarah said. "One that brings you out here, where the world feels big again." "And the Fortuner does that," Mark said. "Every time," Sarah replied. They continued forward, the SUV leading them into the heart of Red Valley with quiet confidence, ready for whatever adventure waited next.